been a while. I've been busy with the kids and just taking some time out for some things to get in order. But now I'm back and I'm ready to start back posting videos on a regular basis. Let me see who else I have here. If you guys have any questions at all, now is the time to post in the comments, and I will take a few minutes to respond. And to all the familiar names that I'm seeing, I appreciate it. I appreciate all of the messages along the way. I appreciate all of the comments, all of the posts, all the shares along the way. Tina said just in time for the Wally recipes. Yes. So today I'm baking a Leches cake to Eslin. And this cake is just in time for fall, which is, that cozy season where there's a lot of spices and there's a lot of cinnamon and allspice, pumpkin spice. And so I am excited for this because this is a recipe that I will be making a lot during the fall, for Thanksgiving as well. And even for Christmas, when you want something that's a little bit different from black cake, I think because of the spices, the warm spices in this is definitely going to be a hit at all of your Christmas gatherings. So let me just take a quick look here. Let me see if I have any more comments. So Sabi said that she likes the sweetbread recipe. That's a recipe I haven't tried in a while, that sweetbread recipe. I think I could use some sweetbread right about now with a nice cup of hot chocolate. That's also really nice for the fall. Hi to Maria Suku. Hi to Asha Subar. So all of these again are really names that I've missed. Hi to Chef Barry from Florida. Hi to Kavita Ram as well. You guys are watching on YouTube. And hi to Jenny Video. Yes, I do try to take my time to respond to the comments and messages. Sometimes I might take a little bit of a time to respond on Messenger, but I try my best because I appreciate the support and you guys taking the time to look at the videos and go into the detail. Kira around as well. Hi to you. So we're good? Okay, so we're gonna welcome back Yolanda Reese. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Thank you to Talik. Alright, so we're gonna get started. So for those of you all who are just joining, we're making a Leches cake that has a lot of warm spice infused. This is my friend Yolanda Reese.
Hi everybody.
And this is her favorite cake, so that inspired my taste. So we need to thank Yolanda for encouraging this wine, for encouraging me to start back videos, and I'm going to do a lot of prayers and encouragements. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's what we're here for, anytime.
So this is a cake that is an egg-based sponge cake. There's no butter in this. The only butter in this was to butter the pan.
Okay.
That's it. So you could consider this a healthy cake for everybody dieting. It's a cheat day. This is something you could make, right? And this is going to be baked, it's going to be soaked by 3 milks. That's where Leches comes in. So this is side.
No, just the 3 Leches, milk, 3 milks.
Well, I mean, when something tastes good, it really studied in you.
No, but then it's just like a fancy way,
Right? You see everything in Spanish.
Yeah.
It's like cake a la, like in the restaurants, everything is a la something, right? Yeah, like a la carte, the menu.
Correct.
There you go. So in this bowl, I have 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. So this is one of the milks. And I'm going to ask you to pour in 2 cups of evaporated milk. Yeah.
This is 2 cups?
Yeah.
Already measured.
Already measured out.
Okay.
So you can add this into here.
Hey, look at me.
So you could cook.
I could cook food, the baking thing and me is not good friends. I like to eat nice dishes, but I don't know if I like to make it.
Yeah. There you go. And I'm also going to add in 2 cups of sweetened condensed milk, and that's going to sweeten the cake up. So there's not a lot of sugar in here.
Right.
So some of the sweetness is going to go from the condensed milk.
Okay.
So I'm just going to add that in.
And all this going on that one cake?
Yeah, it's going to soak up all inside of here. Sometimes when I make this cake and I have leftovers of the milk mixture, Mr. Jerkle and the kids like to make hot chocolate using.
You need to like scoop this out.
Yeah, they like to make hot chocolate using. Because I mean, it's milk and condensed milk, you know. It makes some really good hot chocolates.
Make sure we get all of it out of that bowl.
And we're not just gonna add this sweet stuff to the cake. To kind of take away the bite of the sweetness that might be there, we want to add in some warm spices. So we're gonna infuse, just pass the spices please. So we're gonna add in a mixture of 1 teaspoon of brown cinnamon,
Okay.
a pinch or quarter teaspoon of ginger powder, and a half teaspoon of cardamom. So that's the spice mixture that we're gonna add.
Oh, that's that thing. I like the smell of cardamom. Yeah.
You could experiment and add in whatever you like. So you could add in pumpkin spice. You could add in any other spices.
Okay.
Yeah. Nutmeg. You could add in nutmeg, and that would be good. So I'm gonna add this in there. You could probably let me get this a quick stir. So sometimes the spices might clump up a bit, and that's okay. Because when you're eating it, you're gonna get those spices.
Exactly.
Melt together then.
Then this one makes some tea. That makes it from the
Yeah.
bottom.
And that's the cocoa tea where you grate and stuff in it.
It makes it from the bottom, you see? So that makes sure you get it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
When I was doing the video recipe for this, I had a whole bunch of notes for them. You know, the little bloopers reel in. If you guys like
Alright,
to see
well,
a
you hear that,
bloopers
right?
reel-
So, the chef right here was making mess, but look at me, you know? So, I don't know. Just, you just got to consider who's,
I think that's part of it, you know, like you refuse to use a bigger bowl.
Oh,
And you
okay.
stick to what you have, but you're speeding through the process.
But look at me.
See, I can do something for me too.
It makes it from the bottom.
So, you could use a cake mixer for this.
I was wondering,
But, because of the whipping cream in here,
Oh.
mix it, it's gonna get
Foam
too
up.
thick and it's not going to
Right.
absorb properly into here. So
Right.
ideally a spoon is the best thing. It's like when you're making something and you need to grate it, but you tempted to stick it in the food processor. But
Understood.
it tastes better when you grate it by hand, you know?
I feel like if God put people in place to make life easy, so food processors and hand mixers and all those
And
things.
hand blenders.
Oh gosh, see that is life right there. That is the joys of life.
So this is easy, right? You just
Yeah.
make the cake, you mix this and you pour it over.
I sure some people remember their parents having them sit down with butter and sugar and mixing until you're tired and
Oh,
sweating.
oh, I have to grate coconuts.
No.
I was a designated coconut grater.
Wow. Nah.
No, me and my dad, that used to help. So, you know.
Nah, but when I done my fingers cut now, no need. Thanks.
That was the fun of it.
You see? This is why
And then
she bakes and I cook food.
And then they would say they don't want any heat in it, so you can't grate your hand, you have to take your time. And the more vexed you are, worse yet. So you don't be vexed in the kitchen, right guys? Alright, so now we're gonna pour this over the cake. Now one thing to mention, this cake came out of the oven in like a half an hour ago, so it's still warm. And that's what you want, because if you pour this over a whole cake, it's not gonna absorb very well. So
Okay.
you want it still warm so that it absorbs in fully.
This smells real good.
Right?
Smells real good.
I'm gonna add in one more thing. So I got a spoon.
Ah, you sure?
So I'm taking a toothpick.
You know, I'm one of those people when you're cooking, I don't really like to taste the food too much.
Really?
Nah, because I want to be able to eat it when I
Afterwards.
finish. No? Yeah, so
That makes
I
sense.
find like when you're tasting too much, when you sit down, you can't really enjoy it. You
And
know?
then the belly will get full.
You know what does it remind me of?
Uh,
It's something that is made for Diwali,
ah,
the damn milk thing.
that's the cardamom in there.
That's what it reminds me of. I think that is what it is, you know. Like it have that sweet spicy taste.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's the cardamom and ginger.
Mm.
So you can experiment and add whatever you have. If you don't have cardamom and you have cinnamon and the ginger, if you don't have ginger powder and you want to add in some fresh ginger, make this recipe your own. There's always a way to make your recipe your own.
Okay.
So I'm taking a toothpick and I'm just going to make some holes all around the warm cake so that all of the milk will pour in the center.
We pour in it all.
Yes.
You see how much time I ask you if we pour in all of this way?
We'll save some money. Alright, so that should be good. So if you guys can see this. Yeah. So you're gonna pour. You make a mess, that's okay. I made a mess yesterday.
Okay, so I have right now I have a most there that I don't make mess. So
Oh yeah.
I
Alright.
can take my
let's
time.
see. So you can pour some at a time, give it a chance to soak in. And then add more after. So again, after you
Oh,
bake,
which one is absorbing in?
right?
Yeah.
So ideally you want a warm cake to pour the milk over so it's going to absorb. Otherwise if the cake is cold and it's set, it's harder to, it takes longer to absorb. So you go ahead and pour.
Okay.
So what's your second favorite type of cake?
Chocolate cake is always a winner. Like it is always a winner. It cannot go wrong with a chocolate cake. If you go wrong with a chocolate cake, something wrong with you. But chocolate cake,
Yeah.
definitely.
I never had chocolate cake and cherries, fresh cherries. It's kind of like a black forest. But something about the chocolate and like
The American
strawberries.
cherries?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I can't say that I've ever had it.
It's a big stuff. Have you guys ever, what's your favorite type of cake? Let me know in the comments. So I've posted some recipes before for different kinds of cakes. I've posted a chocolate cake, I've posted a cream cheese. Was it a cream cheese chocolate cake? I've posted quite a bit. I see Tilly Nansen, she likes chocolate cake. I've seen what other kind? I've posted banana bread, cream cheese banana bread. That is so good.
Cream cheese banana bread.
Yes.
Again, as if it's a
Walnuts and stuff in it. That's good stuff. And a hot cup of tea. I mean, at the evening, sometimes that's all you want. Especially if you had a heavy lunch and you want something light.
Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff right there. Cream cheese banana bread. So you guys could check out more recipes on facebook.com/rightforloveland and youtube.com/rightforloveland for all of the recipes there. So let's see. So you guys could see it soaking in.
It's
I
soaking
think
in.
because I made this a little bit earlier, like 5 o'clock, it got a little bit cool. So we're gonna let this sit a little bit, let it continue to absorb and soak in all of the mixture through milks.
Okay.
Through switches.
I guess in the meantime you can talk to them.
Let me see. So we have Lolita Jabu. She's been there from the beginning. Hi. Somebody said an icebox cake. Now there's different types of icebox cakes. Remember the cake?
I don't
bites?
even know what is an icebox cake.
So let me know which one specifically you're referring to. There is salted caramel sponge. Yes. Hi Melissa Roberts. There's strawberry shortcake. Oh yes, that's a good cake. So all of these are really good recipes that I will be working on soon. So continue to send. Somebody said they just made a chocolate mousse, my chocolate mousse cake. Wow, I think I've made that for you guys already.
I mean, that's why we like you and Erica, because you make all this stuff for us.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Baking is a way to express love to people. Like you bake, you just bake for them, you bake and you share. Because that's what you do, Like some people cook a nice meal. I'm very excited to cook too. Some people go for long drives and stuff. I like to cook and just share with people. That's just my thing.
Nice.
A lemon icebox cake. I have some cookies recipes as well. And as Diwali is coming up, you guys can check out, I have some videos on Parsad, gulab jamun, rasgulla, quite a few recipes you all could check out on YouTube. And as Christmas is around the corner, don't forget to soak the fruits. You have the fruits, any fruits with them.
Erica, why would I need to soak fruits when I have you?
That's true. Well, I have fruits soaked. I have a container of fruits
I'm
soaked.
trying to understand. Like, why? There's no need. When, Erica,
Right?
just give me an extra cake when you're baking, you know? Hook 'em
Right?
up.
I will do that. I already have a name. I have a container with your name upon it. You know, though.
See, that's when you get you here for Christmas. You don't have to worry about it. Don't worry, Tilly, we'll get you for you too.
You have to be a fixer. I have a smaller pan. What does have you there?
I just see these pans there just to verify that everything that, you know.
Right? Not particular.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's the same size. I just make it. Hi to Joyce. Yes, you're gonna be seeing me around a little bit more often now. Yes. So let's see. So now that it's soaked in, and
Yeah,
the
it's
thick
really
parts
soaked in.
around the corner as the whipped cream.
Oh,
It's not whipped up as yet. It's just whipping cream. It's like heavy whipping cream, heavy
Yeah.
cream. But it does take a little bit longer. to
longer
soak
because
the
of how
cream.
thick it is.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and add a
Pour
little
yours?
bit more. Yeah. So this might take a while, and especially if the cake is cool. As I said, I baked it at 5 o'clock, and it's half 6 now. It is gonna take a little bit longer.
Yeah, and then
to
the
soak
AC
it.
on.
Yes, it's cold. Do you know that coolness, the temperature, the humidity of where you're at affects what you bake over? Like it might affect the amount of liquids you add. Even when baking bread and stuff. You can't just take a recipe and make it. It would usually depend on the temperature you're baking it on. You might add a little less liquids, a little more, depending on the temperature where you're at.
I think it was one of those cooking shows. I saw the person talking about that, and I was like, that don't make no sense. But then I had to remember we live in the Caribbean, so our temperature outside is
Right.
basically the same for the most part. So we don't have to go through that rigidness. But like if you're in
Yeah.
colder temperatures and that kind of thing, I
Definitely.
could understand.
So I've made a sponge cake when I was in the States, and I had to tell people I could bake. It's just like, oh my goodness. Because of the temperature and because of the difference in ingredients too, right? Like the
Right.
butter and stuff might be a little bit different. It might not be like I like to use Anchor, like Caribou, that kind of brands. It might be a little bit different here. So when you bake, you have to kind of get a feel of it. So me with myself thinking I could bake cakes, I'm gonna bake a cake with somebody's cooking. Yeah, but they were gracious and they reciprocal. That's what. Yeah. All right, so this is gonna take probably like a 5 minutes to absorb in.
Right.
You're gonna use pretty much all of this liquid. If you find that it looks saturated enough for you, you could keep the rest. Make some hot chocolate with it. With some nice open cream and drink it. I need a lot.
You know, he's a little like a boy, you know.
Yeah. So when I post the videos as well, you're gonna see some handprints, some fingerprints and stuff.
And like I watching how the cake actually bubbling.
Yeah, so that's the top of the cake that layer on top.
Mm.
Because the liquid is seeping underneath and the
The
holes
holes, right.
is gonna absorb. It's like pretty much drinking in all this milk. So it's gonna go from like this regular airy light cake that's good on its own to even better cake that's moist and has the sweetness of the milk mixture balanced off with that spices, those warm cozy spices.
Okay, so like, can you say okay, like, can you say this is enough and stop?
You could.
Or is it up to you, or is there a measurement that is the perfect measurement? Because for me, I like to cook with measurements, so I can
Right.
repeat it over and over and over again. Some people like to wait until the spirits of the ancestors they stop and stuff. I
I
don't
think
like that.
most people do that. That's the thing, like even my mom, she would follow the recipes, but she would necessarily, get it different and taste it really good. And that's where we get different ideas and stuff from.
Okay.
That's why some things goes well. So you could decide, well, you don't want it to be too moist, you want it to be just there. So you could stop at this amount. So instead of doing a cup and a half of heavy cream, 2 cups of evaporated and 2 cups of condensed, you could add a little bit less.
Okay.
And then it depends on the pack as well. Some packs have like 1 cup in it. 250 ml is 1 cup. So you could, according to what you have,
Wow.
you could mix and match.
I learned something today.
Yeah.
250 ml is 1 cup.
Yeah. So you could make this recipe your own. It doesn't have to be precise.
Okay.
Yeah. The cake itself, I would say, yeah, kind of stick to it. But in terms of this, you could add in whatever spices you like, whatever spice, Mr. Trevor Weldon likes, and you see. So if you're making this, you might have that.
I see Louise online and Blessings online saying
Hi,
hello.
Blessings.
Yeah.
Oh,
They are
you show.
they are on YouTube watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Nice to see you guys.
And Blessings really like desserts as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe when she comes over, we can have one like this one.
You hear that? You get a live invitation from Erica's Joyful Hour.
So maybe she could show us to make some solutions.
She could cook good, you know.
What's their pot?
To me, what's the name? The one pot that they make in Simbusha?
Bouillon.
Bouillon.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And it's even original thing. It's
Yeah.
so good. Yep. So blessings if you're listening. What are you listening?
Yeah. And Louise too, because Louise are the older hand, you know. More mature, not you say older, right? She's a more mature. Yes.
Seasoned, huh?
You know,
Season is good.
like when your grandmother make a family for you kind of
Right.
thing. Young people nowadays they don't really have the hands.
They don't have the patience to sit and look this way.
But it's patience.
I think so.
I thought it was the hand, you know. I thought it was a special hand you used to have long ago.
I know. When I was
Because something about the way they make stuff, it is be so
different.
sweet.
No, because the thing, huh? Growing up, you had to be in the kitchen and cook. The first time I cooked, I sang with my parents and my family teaching me to cook. Nobody was home. I alone was home.
I have
And
some experience.
really? And I lived in the bush, so I lived an hour away from where they went. And they said they want pork pilau. They want pilau. So I had to cook a big pot, this is a big family, a big pot of pilau, and I never made anything before. But guess what? It was the best pot of pilau I've ever made. Maybe it was my pride thinking that, right? Maybe I just wanted to feel good. But it was really good. So, and speaking of pilau, one of these days we'll have Tanique Beckles in front of the camera.
Okay.
And make pilau.
Yeah, because she like a pillar, you know.
Right?
Yeah, she like a pillar.
So this is soaking in. And again,
And it
because
actually
of the
soaking
whipping
in
cream-
good, you know.
Yeah, it's just that because the cake cooled down, the air condition, like the pan and stuff is cold if you feel it.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
true.
gonna take a while to soak in.
Alright, so
So you're gonna
in
set
terms
this
of
to
fast
side.
food stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
What if you put it in the microwave or in the oven back for like 2 minutes just to warm it up? What do you think? There's a question. I'm asking you to do it, right? I'm asking.
Well-
you know, because
I wouldn't say so.
you wouldn't say to do that.
Because
Just
they don't want to dry the cake out.
alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a patience. There's a lot of patience in the kitchen. Cooking has taught me a lot of patience. Having kids.
Because that's what I was not going to say. I thought having children just teach you patience, but okay.
Yeah, thank God for God. So while this is soaking in, you can pass the whipped cream. And let's just take a look at that. So here I have 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. And I know I'm going to get any comments what kind. This is Anchor whipping cream. And what I did is I added in the 1.5 cups of whipping cream together with a dash of cardamom. You could add cinnamon, whichever flavor you want, a dash of vanilla extract, and about 3 tablespoons of granulated sugar. That's just to take.
Put a little sweetness on
Yeah,
it.
you could add a little less, but I don't want to just taste the whipping cream. I want a little flavor in there. So it's not too much to be overly sweet. And I mean, 3 tablespoons for this amount of cream is not a bad thing. Okay. We have no butter in here, so we could choose in here. Right?
You know, I usually say, like, when they told me the cake had no butter and stuff, I was like, wow, a healthy cake.
It's healthy.
Until I saw everything else, and back to, it's a
Well,
cake.
I saw something on Facebook, and it was tomatoes healthy. Yeah, tomatoes is healthy. Cheese is healthy. Meat is healthy, like a good, you know, quarter pounder or something is healthy. And let's say whole wheat bread is healthy. So then how come a hamburger is unhealthy? Calculated. So I guess it depends on moderation, right?
I don't think a hamburger is unhealthy. I think eating 4 hamburgers is unhealthy.
So double is not healthy, but like some not eating seven or some might be a little bit better.
If you can eat 7 doubles, God bless you.
I mean, maybe one day, but not every day, 3 months,
You
right?
can't, right? You know, like I have actually, I can say probably since April or so, I have been trying to do my best to eat better, you know. So I make my salads and stuff like that.
Right.
But it is need some meat. You can't just be eating grass. You understand? You need some protein, whether it be tuna or rotisserie chicken, you know, something to kind of just,
Yeah, melt it was,
not just melt it, because after you eat a bowl of bush, right, in an hour and a half, you just want to pull on heaven and chew on it. So you have to get some protein.
That's I proteins is good as healthy, but I guess it's in moderation.
And again, I think they say, and I'm just saying they said because plenty people said it, that you eat the grams of protein that you want in weight. So like it want to be like 150 pounds.
Have you done 150-pound meat?
Not 150 pounds of meat, 150 grams of protein.
Oh, grams.
Yes.
Okay, good.
So I think
Because
that's
I was like, a way behind.
I think that's like what, 2 chicken breasts or something like that.
Probably.
Something like that. Yeah.
Right.
So it's not too much.
And that's, I mean, it's healthy. So, and if we follow media all the time, we don't do anything. Because water not healthy, like bottled water not healthy. Tap water not healthy. But you can't go and drink from your bottle. I mean, what you gonna do? You have to drink something, right?
I think everything with moderation.
Like,
Everything
yeah,
in
water
moderation.
side, and they stick it on mouth because you drink rainwater. And then they say rainwater not healthy either.
Like, who told that now? Rainwater is not what they put in the bottles these days. I'm calling it, what is that water? What are they calling it? Alkaline water. There's no rainwater.
I don't know.
I feel somebody catching that out of the heavens and bringing that. Anyway, let me move away from the water back to the cake, right?
But the point is everything in moderation. So
Yeah.
you can have this cake in moderation.
But don't eat the whole cake one time.
Well, yeah, so you find people to share it with.
Yeah.
There's something you know.
People that still go by the neighbor and give them stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know you can say
Your neighbors probably really like you. Because I think nowadays, long ago,
Wow, you borrow some salt and
they
stuff.
used to be able to do this.
Right,
things,
and
but
you
now,
some food.
imagine you going neighbor, I can get some salt, please. First of all, you're too cheap to go tell the neighbor you have no salt. Anyways, back to the
Oh
cake.
my gosh,
Yeah.
alright.
How we reach there?
I have no idea. We were talking about diet. Alright,
There's
so
all kinds of things going on in this life.
this is gonna, you see it's soaking in, but the heavy cream takes a little bit longer to soak in.
Okay.
And when this is soaked in, we're gonna add in the whipping cream on top of it and spread it out.
How come this whipping cream could be out of the fridge and still stay?
This is homemade whipping cream. So it's still chilled because I took it out just before the live. But if it stays out too long, it kind of begins to
Not
get foamy and stuff.
Okay.
So ideally, this cake should be refrigerated because of the milk and stuff in it, and because of the whipping cream on top of it.
Mm.
And if you wanted to be fancy, you could drizzle some cinnamon on top of it.
Okay.
If you wanted, you could. I've even thought about adding in some coffee in here. Just like coffee and some cinnamon.
I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like you want to keep it to its original content
Yeah,
as best as possible.
right?
Because sometimes you add and then you don't know what you end up with. Too much flavors on your tongue.
So I'm gonna set this aside, I'm gonna let it soak in, and when it soaks in for the next 10 minutes, I'll add in the rest of the mixture. And then once it's refrigerated for like maybe a half an hour or then I'll add in whipped cream on top of it.
Okay.
But I have one that's finished. So
Alright,
we're gonna eat some cake.
Who say cake? Say cake! In the comments, take the opportunity right now to just say cake. Right?
So this is a cake that I made the step-by-step recipe video with. So
Okay.
if you don't mind this tester and
Oh, I thought that was Abiel.
his fingerprint is right there. That's his signature right there. And then underneath the whipped cream, there's some, you'll see it in the video. You make sure we go to the video.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll circle it and stuff and be like,
Right there.
he did that. So we got 2 plates. And I'm gonna cut into this cake now.
I show somebody online one piece of this cake right now.
Right?
Let me see. It's 6:41. That means you probably already had dinner.
Oh,
I hope.
I hope.
I hope. If not, I have a feeling that this cake won't be really, really, really good. Yeah, cut piece with the meat too.
Yeah, was.
And they're shouting out cake in the comments, you know. Making joke.
I'm gonna plate for Tinique. Actually, she could taste real nice.
Yeah.
Alright, so here we go.
Hey,
Ready?
2, 3.
So you have to
I
get
want to do it like how they just do it on those chef stuff,
right.
right? You know, like them cooking shows on
So you have to
Netflix.
go off camera.
Yeah,
go back
I want
and-
to do so. Like, I want you to see my cutting it like that, so, and then do so. And let me make sure I get it correct, you know?
Mhm.
Now this
That's stuff right here.
is it. Mm-hmm.
So you get a close up to it. Well, you can see the moist sponge cake because it's soaked in all the milk, and then there's a really light whipped cream at the front of it, at the top of it. It's very fun.
That's right.
It's good, right?
You know, one of the things about this, right? You would think that by the amount of liquid that was poured on this cake, it would be a little bit soggy. Mm-mm.
It's not.
Let me do it one more time. Right? You know how long I wanted to do something like this? Mmm. Yeah.
It is not sweet
Mm-hmm.
because all the spices and balances.
Tanika, come in, come on. Come. Come, jump in there. Jump in there. Jump in there. Yeah, jump in there. Right? We are a happy family.
Okay. It's good.
Right one.
Right,
yeah. What are you talking
I
about?
have to say, she played the part of Mr. Dreadful Oven very well.
Yeah.
He would be proud. He would be proud.
This was really good, really good.
And that's Twisted Twist cake. So it's all about the tree milk mixture, and it's all about those spices that balances up the flavor. So it's not like just a sweet cake. It's just nice, cozy spices.
I know Erica talking there, but I started my mind on the cake.
So would you guys?
How does the project, right? Mm-hmm. Mm. Magnifique!
Would you guys?
Bellissimo!
Mhm.
Oh, that's French. That's Italian, no?
Oui. Would you all try this recipe? Let me know in the comments if you guys do try this recipe. Let me know what kind of spices you all prefer to use. So the thing is, I mentioned the coffee because I see some people trying different versions, variations of
Coffee?
Twisted Twist. Yeah. And it would be interesting
I
to
just want to
try
try
it.
it.
But I think I like this better. You know, a little bit of spices, not too much, but it stays close to the classic as possible.
It's very good, very good. My taste buds are happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right.
So I do hope you all enjoyed this live video. It's good to be back. It's really good to be back.
I'm so happy that you are back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's good to have you on the recent Tanique Beckles in studio today. You want to tell them about your music, where they can find you?
Well, you can find my music on anywhere that music streams, and like I released my latest single 2 weeks ago called It's Your Love. You can find that on YouTube as well. So for the local people, this is Christian-based music, so you can find it on YouTube, Yolanda Reese, that's it, Yolanda Reese, and you can find my music there. You can find it there as well on Spotify, Apple, for those of you out of the country. Anywhere that streams music, you can find it there. Not just me, but Tanique Beckles is out there as well. She just got
She's
caught
like,
with cake in her mouth. Yeah, Tanique Beckles is out there as well. And you can find her music streaming on our platforms as well, and even playing on our local radio stations. So yeah.
Yes.
So thank you so much for that little shout out there.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
So do have a wonderful blessed evening wherever you guys are. To those of you all who are still in traffic, reach home safely. And as soon as you all do get a chance, try this recipe. For those of you all who likes fall, I have a friend who's always posting fall. About fall and Snoopy and all the leaves and everything. You would love this recipe. I think she might message me with some later.
So you mean this actually would pair well with pumpkin spice latte?
Yes. And you can add pumpkin spice into here as well.
Yes.
The spice instead of cardamom and stuff, you can add pumpkin spice to make it like a full thing. So
Because
you have-
like it really feels kind of chilly and cozy.
right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
More spices. And as Thanksgiving is coming up as well,
Correct.
this is something you might see on the table. Like, I mean, this looks Thanksgiving, like this nice rustic look of the
Correct.
whipped cream on top of it. So, for those of you all watching who celebrate Thanksgiving and stuff, maybe give this a try. I think I have never made this specifically with my group before. Not me, but just Trace Leches on the whole. It's a really good cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
So until next time, look out for this recipe video coming probably tomorrow, probably the day after.
Okay.
And make it, let me know in the comments what you all think, and continue to let me know what recipe you want to see next. So thank you very much. And until next time, and until next time, guys, stay joyful.